Aw, guys, come on. The Fed is saying that the Feds aren't doing anything wrong. You need to stop being mean. Oh, this round-faced idiot, Bill Barr. The FBI did nothing wrong. He's tired of the right's constant pandering to outrage. Oh, it's the right that's constantly pandering to outrage? Oh, okay. Okay. Former Attorney General, very former. I wish he was even more former. Take that as you will. Said on Thursday's installment of Barry Weiss's Honestly podcast, oh boy, I couldn't think of a more effective sleep aid, that he is tired of the constant pandering for those on the right outraged by the FBI over the raid of Mar-a-Lago. Yeah, no, it's unprecedented, thanks to the affidavit, at least what we could read. Okay, the couple of words that were in there, it doesn't seem all that justified, but you go, King. You just continue to slander anybody who doesn't agree with you, okay? Everybody who doesn't, totally put all of their faith in the government. Sure, that's a winning position for you. But again, he's just hating from outside the club because nobody's bringing him back, okay? Unless he has an opportunity to testify in front of that very important January 6th committee hearings. Barr defended the DOJ and the FBI. Of course, once a Fed, always a Fed, handling of its ongoing investigation into former President Donald Trump allegedly storing government documents at his Florida residence. That's another thing that I've noticed as well, okay? It went really quickly from Trump has nuclear documents to, okay, he had some things in some boxes that we wanted to see. Okay. Barr said, a lot of the attacks on the FBI are over the top. They're being mean. Where were you when people were lighting up the fucking streets, okay, in 2020 when you were in charge of all of the law enforcement in the nation? Oh, okay, cool. You just kind of hand-waved that away. Did you do anything when it came to that? No? Did any charges get levied against those people? No. Did you just hate from outside the club again when January 6th was going on, saying that those people need to be locked up because they went into a place where people I like go? Unbelievable. Weiss asked, so why do conservatives, what do you say to conservatives? And I said, why should we possibly trust these institutions to prosecute people, let's say, who protested on January 6th, or agents of the state going after a president they so obviously despise? Why should we trust them anymore? You still give them the benefit of the doubt, but many other people in your party don't. Barr said, well, the Russiagate thing, I think to an extent that the FBI was misused. Unbelievable. The FBI is also a strong, independent organization that don't need no man, but then also just passenger in the car that is life along the highway that is, whatever administration wields it. Are you retarded? He might be. Maybe all that fat has finally got to his brain. On the decisions made towards by high-level officials in the FBI, I don't think that Chris Wray... Oh, yeah, see, we're on a first name base. I know Chris. He's a good guy. Chris and I go way back, and he wouldn't misuse this stuff. Well, the documents would beg to differ. As the type of leader, nor do I think people around Chris Wray are those types of leader, says the fucking swamp creature. I think that there are problems in the FBI, but it's not that. It's not the Chris Wray. Wray is going to wake up and say, how do I know the FBI, or how do I throw the FBI's weight around to interfere in the political process? Just the opposite. Funny timing on all this shit, some 90 days out from elections. Yeah, no, of course. Why would he want to be meddling in any sort of political or electoral procedures going on? It's not like a head of an FBI department hasn't done that previously. Definitely not. Never happened before. Why would it continue to happen? Anyways, I think he's very cautious about that. Why now? Why now, of all times, if you've had this investigation open and you've known about these alleged missing classified documents for over a year? Why now? Why right now? Gets the old noggin jogging, doesn't it? He continued. Something I'm pretty tired of from the right is the constant pandering to outrage and people's frustrations. What do you mean by that? Listening to their constituency? Okay. And what's this outrage shit? I see a lot of outrage. It's not coming from the right, though. I see a lot of people just being, I don't like that. Okay. Is that outrage? Okay, cool. But you just go ahead. I'm cutting off this fat old bastard, okay? I give a little reverence to my elders. and picking and picking and picking at that sore without trying to channel those feelings in a constructive direction. What do you propose, Billy? What do you propose? What are people supposed to do? Okay, sit back silently and just let the process continue because it's been so open and transparent. How many pages of full redactions do we need to go through to just go to show you that we should trust the process? Okay, Bill. In my opinion, Ronald Reagan, yes, was a great populist, not because he followed, the frustrated instincts. Okay, cool. Just, the emotional idiots that are out there. Ronald Reagan was better than that, especially in his second term when he was kind of slipping into Joe Biden territory, and a lot of people, it was kind of the second half of his second term, if we're being completely honest, when the dementia really started to kick in, when he started bombing some places. He was pretty good up until that, but then, he was good then when he was listening to all of the different deep state individuals that were around him, but immediately taking everything to do with the presidency, okay, listening to the will of the people off the back of a sweeping election victory, okay, that's what made him good. Not listening to the people, okay. Of the people, many people who supported him, but because he channeled it and it was constructive about it. That's nice. I love pleasantries as well. Barr added. So, I always say, what's the alternative? You're not providing anything. You could, though, okay? I'm not giving you a fair shake when it comes to this. We have these institutions that need reform, and the first step is to win an election with a decisive majority that allows you to put a program into effect and deal with, again, more government to solve the problems of government. Cool. Okay, you know how you solve cancer? Just get a bigger cancer. Oy, oy, oy. And that is not done by throwing fuel on the fire of outrage. I would disagree. Accelerationism and getting more people on the side of wanting to tear down these awful institutions, that's going to enact some actual change. That leads to stalemate. No, it doesn't. Telling Republicans that just sitting idly by hasn't worked for them and it's just allowed them to become a doormat, giving them a backbone, giving them a political figure to rally around in order to enact some actual change, that will get shit done. Terrible advice from an old tradcon, but it totally makes sense. But again, like I said at the beginning, okay, I don't see a lot of the constant pandering to outrage or all of the emotionalism coming from the right in vast majorities, okay? You just see it manifest in things like this, okay? Crist, what's his name? Charlie Crist, the nice white hair that he has there. He is going to be the Democratic nominee to get his fucking ass whipped against Ron DeSantis in the gubernatorial elections in Florida. Okay, let's be completely fucking honest. This guy's gonna get dog walked for about 10 points, if not more. I don't know if this is necessarily the best first impression that he wants to make out there. I'm so sad that it wasn't Nikki Fried to get the nomination on the Democratic Party, because that bitch is wholeheartedly unlikable, but Charlie Crist, man, he's doing his damnedest, okay? Crist to DeSantis supporters, which is an increasing majority of Floridians, okay? I don't want your vote. Oh, okay, cool. So, you remember Democrats lost the previous election, and that was a black guy who really liked to party. Okay, and you're talking to a bunch of people down there on South Beach as well. So they had a lot in common. And he was also, like a black guy, a minority. You'd probably want those supporters as well. And all of the other people that are on the Republican side, okay, because you didn't have enough Democratic, oomph behind you the first time. So you're going to need to dig in to the Republican side. Just saying. So he doesn't want their vote. Okay, strike one. Because they got hate in their heart. And if you have hate in your heart, you should let it out. I'm not saying the rest of that, because that shit gonna get clipped. But if you know who Clayton Bigsby is. I tried to pull up that clip, by the way, and then I just realized that is almost 20 years old. Holy. Everything's geo-blocked, and I'm not running a VPN just for that. I'm like, come on, get out of here. Anyways, the morning after Florida Democratic voters chose him to take on the incumbent Republican Governor Ron DeSantis in the fall, Congressman Charlie Crist spoke directly to his opponent's supporters. Condoleezza Rice and Colin Powell. Where's the part where he decided to divorce his wife because she wasn't a lover? Anyways, those who support the governor should stay with him, stay over there, and vote for him. Okay, cool. I bet they will. He said on August 24th at his first press conference after winning the gubernatorial primary. And I don't want your vote. Crist asked, forcefully, emphasizing every word. If you have hate in your heart, Keep it there. I want the vote of people of Florida. Care about our state. Good, honest Floridians who don't have hate in their heart, but they have crosses on fire in their front yard. That's who I want. DeSantis appeared on Foxy news show Tucker Carlson tonight to respond. Boy, Tucker's been killing it lately. Andrew Tate, CEO of Rumble. DeSantis going on there on the regular, and then tune in a little earlier, you can catch Sean Hannity simping for the alphabet agencies. Anyways, he doesn't want your vote. You're morally beneath him. I've never seen a politician say that. Yeah, it's pretty fucking wild, okay? Quoting Clayton Bigsby, like, that's a big step, okay? Who's his running mate going to be, Tyrone Biggums? Host Tucker Carlson chuckled to DeSantis, who appeared by video call. This is the fifth decade running for... Oh, this is his fifth decade running for office. Holy, get out of here. DeSantis said of Crist, he's a chameleon, typical career politician. Holy fuck, I didn't even know that, but that's amazing, okay? That's the progressive Democratic Party right there. Guys who have been in office longer than their opponents have been alive. Oh my God. People support me because I kept the state open. Did they close? I can't remember if Florida closed down for a second. They might have. I have to run that back. And if it was for a very short amount of time, or they had something stupid behind it. But yeah, for the most part, and protected their jobs. Charlie Crist wanted it locked down, and that's not hate. Oh, so that's not hate in their heart. No, that's security and that's safety because the government is here and they're here to help. They're just appreciative that they had a government who was standing up for them. Analysts have predicted Crist's long history in Florida politics could be a liability for him. Yeah, no, exactly. You remembers when Florida got statehood. He was there. He was on the committee to design the flag. He served as a Republican governor of Florida in 2007 to 2011. Oh, so he was like a Bushite Republican. Nobody likes this motherfucker. Again, just run that out there, okay? He was already a governor for a term. I wonder how that would work. Like, are there term limits? I think there are term limits, okay? Because Jeb, probably would still be the governor of Florida because, let's be honest, his popularity, as popular as Ron DeSantis is, come on, we got to give Jeb his due. I didn't even need prompting for that. But he walked away from his chance at a second term. Instead, he ran for U.S. Senate. During that campaign, he switched his affiliation to independent when it appeared Marco Rubio was the leading Republican nomination. Fucking weird thing about that. Who ended up winning that election? Rubio won the seat in the general election. Shucks. Aw, shucks. 2 years later, Crist changed party affiliation again. As a Democrat, he challenged the state's Republican governor, Rick Scott. How well did that work out? Who was running for re-election? Crist lost then to, boy, this guy's a career politician and a career fucking loser. Scott is now a U.S. Senator representing Florida. Sorry to hear about that. And Crist represents the St. Petersburg area in the U.S. House of Representatives. Yeah, Rick Scott's not a hell of a lot better, so that just shows this guy's charisma is in the shitter. DeSantis is finishing his first term as governor. He narrowly won the spot. Unbelievable. Whenever I see that, okay, whenever I think about how close that election was, that was fractions of a percentage point. Just think how vastly different the United States would be if Andrew, I like to smoke crack in motel rooms with male hookers, Gillum, would have been governor of Florida had it not been for Ron fucking DeSantis. That right there is a timeline, okay? That's one of the multiverses I don't want to visit, ever. When they square off in November, DeSantis and Crist will be up against 3 write-in candidates, a libertarian and 2 other non-party affiliations. Political forecasters have said DeSantis is likely to win. Before we close out, okay, I just want to see what the current polls are right now, so bear with me. You won't even notice because I'll edit the fucking dead space out. Well, this is RCP doing the aggregation, and it seems like a foregone conclusion, unless you're one of these fucking mongoloids out there at St. Pete. I don't know, man, but that one is accurate as of the beginning of the month. So that was prior to Charlie Crist going fucking mental, saying if you got hate in your heart. They got him at a plus 1, I guess. Everybody else, okay, you got University of North Florida. That one seems up to date. Oh, that's DeSantis by 8. Oh, okay, cool. The rest of these are just old as fuck. Okay. Oh, no, Susquehanna. DeSantis by 3. That's a pretty lefty poll. Mason-Dixon, that's interesting. DeSantis plus 11. Oh, okay, cool. That one's old as fuck, so I guess that would have been just, what, DeSantis against a general candidate? Yeah, Ron DeSantis is going to beat the fucking brakes off this dude, and it's going to be hilarious. But before we go, okay, just goes to show you how fucking close. 0.4 percentage points. 0.4 percentage points. When everybody... Take a look at those final poll results that are out there. Gillum, 3.6. 5, 5, 4, 7, 3, 2, 1, 4, 2, 1, 1, 5, 6, 12, 9... DeSantis by 3 by WCTV. Anybody else? Gravis. Yeah, St. Pete polls. Oh, yeah. St. Pete polls. Yeah, plus 5 for Gillum. Oh, yeah, and that's the only one who's actually giving. Charlie Crist. Yeah, plus 1. Yeah, you got fucking dog walked the first time around, so you think that you're going to be better this time around? You think that's better? Maybe you guys got hate in your heart, or just at least idiocy between your ears. With all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.